I think that's what a lot of people are scared of, and like that's what a lot of people like feel held back by, is that fear of not being perfect or not being able to perform or like making mistakes, right? And that I think, once people get over the fact that, if you make a mistake, like sure it's going to suck in the moment, but like 5 seconds later no one's going to remember it. I think that's like a really important thing to like wrap around your head, but you don't understand that until you do that first gig and you did
Yeah,
that first show and you realize it really doesn't matter as long as the music keeps playing.
yeah. It's like, if in doubt, fade it out.
Always, yeah. I
That's
mean,
one of the best
I
ones.
mean, like no one knows what you have planned or like what's going on when you're looking at the screen. As a DJ, like you're always thinking like 3 songs ahead. Like, oh, how am I gonna like progress to the next song, and how am I gonna like curate the story, and how am I gonna create a musical experience? But like for people, it's like they're just in the moment. Like they just hear the beat, they hear the drop, they hear what's in front of them right now, and it's just they have no clue what's coming next or like how it's gonna be presented. So really the possibilities are infinite, right?
Yeah,
So just you just need to get out of your own head, even though I
yeah,
know everyone's like their own worst critic.
yeah. No, that's the cherry on the top right there.
Mm.
And what was when you said like you took USB for the tracks and it was, oh, I love your energy. What was that USB? What was the music on that USB at that time?
Oh, it was
Music evolves over time, right? And your taste
yeah,
changes. So what was on that
it
USB at the
was
time?
oh, that's a great question. If I remember correctly, it was like right around that like 2016 or like that trap era of like What's So Not and Earl Grime and that kind of that like bass like trap music, I guess, was like
Yeah,
really really big back in the time. So I had a bunch of that, had a bunch of I can't even remember, like some like old Skrillex on there. Like it was mostly bass music that was on there that I was playing.
like bass house.
No, like
Just
just like I don't even know. It was like it's like trap. Like yeah, the artists that I could come to mind are like What's So Not, Earl Grime. Like when like Core by Earl Grime came out, it was like one of his biggest tracks. Like that's what like that was kind of the vibe that I was kind of playing around with.
yeah,
And yeah, just kind of had fun with that. And then yeah, obviously a couple hip hop tracks too, because I come from a hip hop background as well. So just kind of like blending between the two, trying to figure it all out. Yeah,
yeah. Well, hip hop's where it all started, right? It's
totally.
kind of
Yeah.
like from that time. And so when you said like you got through your USB and you said one door opens to another,
Yeah.
what was the next stage then of your journey from that first one
Well, the first
to
gig
the
it
next
was
one? Like,
yeah, the first gig was my buddy, the guy who got me into DJing. His name's Brent, DJ Demo. He brought me on to play like an undergrad like formal party. So it wasn't even like a real gig or anything. It was like a dinner with like a little dance party at the end. And I got to play for like I think it was like not even that long. It was like half an hour or something. Then he booted me off and took the rest of the night. But like he was, I think more so than anything, he was just impressed with my approach to it and like just the stage presence and just seeing me enjoy it. That and he was also working with another organization called the Calendar at the time.
right.
So he brought me on to open for him for like the rest of the summer, or rest of that summer for those like calendar gigs and stuff.
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like a student parties kind of. It was at this place called Kerner's Pub. It was like a big open air place with a big patio, and like it was so hack. Like there wasn't like a house system or anything, so you'd have to rent in like speakers and subs and like build
Really?
a stage and stuff every time. Like it wasn't like a crazy production or anything, like
Yeah.
super basic stuff, but like definitely enough to like get a real good party going.
And when I laugh at say you got kicked you off, I mean that's like I'm not laughing because you got kicked off. I'm laughing at the fact that when you go through like your journey of becoming a DJ and you don't get come back for gigs and you're like, oh shit, but it's a learning curve because that's all part of it, right? You're like, oh fuck, that didn't go well.
I think yeah, like even if you screw up a DJ gig or something, that's still like an opportunity to learn. And then
It's a benefit, right? I think it is. Yeah,
oh,
like,
100%.
yeah.
I mean the way that I like to kind of approach things is there's really no bad like result or nothing that comes out of anything can be bad because there is like a positive silver lining in everything. Even if you like tank a gig or some like a big gig, it's not like unless it's an absolute career ender, like you did something stupid, which I think people are smart enough not to do that.
Yeah.
It's a chance to like really take a lot from it and be like, okay, like what went wrong here that I can improve myself so that doesn't happen again next time. And then it's like, I'm sure there's if there's like a super important lesson there to be learned, then obviously you're not going to make the same mistake, right? Which is going to make you a better DJ down the line.
Exactly, and like you say, it's a learning curve. Unless you play like classical music through halfway through like a bass set, and it's like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's like I say, it's all part of the learning curve. It's all part of, and that, I like it when you reflect on that, because a lot of DJs are too scared to like get out there and like show their craft and their skills that they've learned in the bedroom. Like some of these bedroom DJs are fucking,
they're mental,
wicked,
man. Yeah, like,
and you're just like, fucking me, mate. Here's a set, but they don't know how to run around a crowd. Like, no, I'm an introvert, fucking all that time, like, but
totally, yeah.
when I'm out DJing, it doesn't bother me. But that's I find that a lot of people that do that are kind of introverts and geeks.
100%, yeah. I think performing in your bedroom for yourself with no one around is completely different than performing in front of people, because you have that pressure of being in the spotlight. And for some people, it's like they perform great under that pressure. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's like growing up as, you know, performing with my dad and like kind of having that experience being in front of people, being in front of a crowd, like learning how to like manage a crowd's energy. Like I felt extremely comfortable like being put on the decks and like doing that and performing for people. But for I'd say a majority of people, they don't get that like experience beforehand. So, and like people don't understand that like stage presence is like half of the battle.